Hey, how you doing? So I wanted to take a bit of break from coding and environment design. So I just wanted to share some insights how I'm going to be creating characters for my project. They're all going to be mostly metahuman based, and I get to create some other ones like robots and all that stuff since it's going to be futuristic setting in my project. So this particular character, I wanted to create it to look like kind of big feet that lives in a jungle. Since I don't want fully have mythical characters in my scene, so I want to take this kind of like Bigfoot look and combine it with a human, so it still looks kind of like a human, but with all these Bigfoot characteristics. If you want to get more detailed information how to customize your own metahuman, I have fully up-to-date metahuman course that's going to go through all the steps of how to make your own metahuman. So I started by going to look for the references of the Bigfoot. And I think there are like two kind of Bigfoots that I saw. One is like with long face, and the other one looks more like a gorilla. When I started to scout the face for my character, I went somewhere in between this like gorilla look and this big face, and again combining it with the look of the actual human, so it looks a bit more human. So first step, I just went to the Metahuman creator, found the face with the heaviest facial features. Then I pick up the skin color. I pick up two. And during my process, actually, I was working with two just to see which works better. And at the end, actually, I used the darker one. So if you have a darker skin, you can make hair lighter. And if you have lighter skin, then you can make hair darker. So I tried different kind of settings because this dude gonna live in a forest, and so the lighter fern worked better, so that's why I picked up the darker skin. I don't want to spend too much time for each character, so I didn't want to actually do too much also texturing for this one. I tried to find the most detailed, most wrinkled texture that they have in the Metahuman creator. I think I actually found one really good one that actually gave pretty good overall look. And I just did basic blending there, so I have less work in the sculpting. Then I exported character, put it in the blender, and started the sculpting process. I started with the face again, so I just stretched a bit, like the forehead, gave a bit more primate looking faces. Then the mouth area was kind of like I tried to give more gorilla look. I shrink a bit more eyes comparing to what was the smallest one that I was able to get in Metahuman Creator. And then I went to the body. So the body, I basically needed to resize it a bit bigger than like the tallest Metahuman because I want just look gigantic. I didn't worry too much about shapes like in a detail because again, everything full body gonna be covered with a hair. I just wanted to exaggerate each shape so we can see where is like, let's say upper arm, lower arm. And I really kind of sculpted these differences quite big. So when we have a hair on, we can so it doesn't blend all together. So it just doesn't become like one huge hairy ball. So you can just see. So, and then the next thing what I did, I dramatically increased the palm size, like the hands and the feet comparing to the rest of the body, not only because he's a Bigfoot, but also like once you add the hair, so basically if your hands are gonna be small, then they're basically gonna get lost and gonna look weird. So the hands needs to be way bigger than rest of the body, and the same for the feet. So because when you add your hair and make it kind of fluffy, it actually looks natural, and you can see actually in the end result, it worked out pretty quite good because I oversized the hands and the feet quite a lot, which again, without the hair looks weird. Once you put the hair on, it looks actually pretty damn good. And then I added some extra nails. I sculpted it out. Usually most of the workflows that involves metahumans is you don't want to mess up the topology, so you kind of just need to work out with whatever topology is. And as they're actually pretty dense meshes, it worked out pretty good. And the last thing that I needed to do is I actually also modified the teeth. I made it more to look like the animal teeth instead of human. And then I started to add a hair. I just used the regular particle system in Blender. I separated my character in the hair in multiple pieces. So there's a body hair, the face hair, which is basically gonna be like a hair. And then I split up also the chest and the mustache so I can give them a bit different look. So in the end result, so it doesn't look like, all uniform, same color. I actually wanted to patch it out so it looks different. So this is kind of like cinematic version of it. So later I'm gonna create more LODs, and I think in the lower LODs for the game, I'm probably gonna switch the particles to the hair strands since they're gonna be more performant efficient. But for now, one character is gonna be enough, and it's just gonna be nice fun renders that I can get out. And we'll see if it's gonna hit performance quite heavily, then I obviously gonna make lower LODs and maybe just gonna, as I said, change to the hair strands. Kind of the last quick thing that I needed to do is painted some nails, and I removed the underwear so the character just doesn't look weird. And then I just put it in Unreal Engine. So I put all the character together, and then it comes really just kind of playing around with the parameters. So, and then just, yeah, I'm just playing with the hair color. And as I mentioned before, between the lighter and the darker, light brown, actually looked very, very good. And I can actually take the same character and make it like a Yeti version with, you know, completely white. And I can put, let's say, this character in the jungle, and the other one I can put in my snow environment. So I can definitely modify it and put it in different places in my map. I just want to show quickly that there's actually, you don't need to do a lot to make actually very interesting metahuman character that is usable for your cinematics and games. In general, yeah, like just basic sculpting, adding hair, fixing few things with the texture, putting all together, and just really playing already with existing parameters and, you know, what comes with Metahuman, like hair, skin color, eyes, teeth, all that actually gives unique look, and it looks actually a bit less, way less like just the regular metahumans that, you know, we kind of get rid of that metahuman look. So anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. If you want to see more metahuman creations and kind of going over documentation how I'm creating different kind of characters, consider subscribing, and see you in the next one. Bye.